More than 300 schools were closed across Poland on Monday as temperatures plunged below negative 25 degrees Celsius, while residents of a major northern city faced heating disruptions after a power plant suffered a technical failure.
폴란드의 한파가 덮쳐 지난 월요일 기온이 영하 25도 이하로 떨어진 가운데 전국 각지에서 300개 이상의 학교가 휴교에 들어갔고 북부 도시 그단스크에서는 발전소에 기술적 문제가 발생해 난방이 제대로 공급되지 않는 것으로 알려졌습니다. 그래서 지난 월요일이라고 했지만 사실상 우리 시간으로 어제입니다.
Yeah.
네, 좀 알려주시죠. What happened?
Yeah. So yes, 300 schools, more than 300 schools were closed or shifted to remote learning on Monday as temperatures plunged below negative 25 degrees Celsius. Of course, it disrupted travel and daily life, and the extreme cold also strained the energy infrastructure in Poland, leaving parts of the northern cities of Gdansk and Sopot with reduced heating and hot water after a power plant malfunctioned. So authorities reported power outages affecting about 3,500 people nationwide, mainly in the northeastern regions. And they say that the lowest temperature was recorded at negative 27.7 degrees Celsius. Warsaw fell to negative 18.6 degrees Celsius, and officials warned that the cold poses a serious risk to vulnerable groups, with 37 cold-related deaths reported since November last year.
자, 폴란드가 물론 이제 겨울마다 좀 춥기는 합니다만 지금 특히 더 혹독한 그런 겨울을 맞이하고 있습니다. 그래서 어제 같은 경우에도 영하 20도 정도까지 평균적으로 떨어졌다고 하는데요. 수도인 이제 바르샤바 우리는 이렇게 표현하죠. 영어에서는 워소라고 합니다.
Yep.
예, 워소, 바르샤바에서도 영하 19도 정도까지 떨어지는 거를 어제 관찰했었는데 이러다 보니까 학교도 문을 닫기도 하지만 인명피해도 발생을 했습니다. 저체온증으로 지난 주말에만 3명이 사망했다고 하고요. 지난 11월 이후 지금까지는 저체온증으로 37명의 사망자가 나왔다는 굉장히 안타까운 소식이 전해지고 있습니다. Alright, let's have a look at the mercury plunging below 20 degrees or whatever the number is.
Yeah. So when we talk about plunge, you can, it's like a jump when you go down very quickly. So when you're diving, you can say you're plunging to the water below.
Yep.
So when something plunges below something, we're talking about the sudden, very forceful downward movement. Or when we're talking about figures, it's a sharp decrease in value. So when we're saying that something went down in the amount or value very quickly and suddenly, we can use the expression plunge below a certain figure.
Same as drop below.
Yeah.
뭐뭐 아래로 떨어지다. What about heating disruptions?
Yeah, heating disruptions. We're talking about the loss of heat due to perhaps a power outage or maybe a severe weather occurrence. So a disruption is like a disturbance or problems which interrupt some sort of event or an activity or process.
Exactly. Yeah. disruptions라고 하면 이제 방해를 받아서 차질이 빚어지는 거죠. 그러니까
Yeah.
차질. 그다음에 heating이 나왔으니까 난방 공급에 차질이 빚어졌다. 이렇게 볼 수 있습니다. 자, 다시 읽어볼게요. More than 300 schools were closed across Poland on Monday as temperatures plunged below minus 25 degrees, while residents of a major northern city faced heating disruptions after a power plant suffered a technical failure. All right, let's move on to the next headline.
The names of 72 female scientists, including Marie Curie, are set to be added to the first floor exterior wall of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which until now has exclusively featured male scientists' names.
지금까지 남성 과학자들의 이름만 올라와 있던 프랑스 파리 에펠탑의 1층 외벽에 앞으로 마리 큐리를 포함한 여성 과학자 72명의 이름이 추가로 새겨질 예정입니다. Alright, So what happened?
Yeah. So the city of Paris has announced plans to inscribe the names of female scientists, including Marie Curie and Sophie Germain, on the Eiffel Tower, which has until now featured only male scientists. So this short list of 72 women from diverse scientific fields was submitted by the tower's operator and the Association for Women and Science and will undergo public consultation before final approval. And once finalized, the names will be added to the first floor exterior wall alongside the existing 72 male scientists selected by Gustave Eiffel in 1889. And this move addresses long-standing criticism over the absence of women, particularly figures as prominent as Marie Curie. And the Paris mayor said that the initiative will inspire future generations and finally recognize women's contributions to the field of science.
그러니까요, 1889년에 완공이 된 이 에펠탑, 아이플 타워 1층 외벽엔 현재 72명의 과학자와 수학자, 공학자의 이름이 새겨져 있어요. 그런데 전부 남성
It's
과학자들입니다.
exclusively male.
네, 맞아요. It's exclusively male. 남성의 이름밖에 없다. 그래서 지난 4년 동안요. 학생들과 시민단체가 비판의 목소리를 내면서 훌륭한 여성 과학자들도 많은데 이름을 같이 올려달라. 이렇게 해서 드디어 이게 받아들여진 거고요. 마침내 이름을 올리게 될 여성 과학자 72명의 명단이 발표됐습니다. 거기에는 이제 당연히 Marie Curie도 들어있는데 저는 이게 굉장히 의미 있다는 생각이 드는 게 뭐 여러 가지로 당연히 의미가 있지만 If we look at the life of Marie Curie, she was born in Poland and during her day girls were not allowed to go to university in Poland. So where did she go to study, science? She came to France, of course. And so she learnt everything that she knew and then eventually she coined the term radioactivity. So it was kind of thanks to her life in France that she became the Nobel Prize winner and the scientist we know her as today. And so it's kind of odd that her name wasn't on there.
Right?
All this time.
Yeah.
It's taken a really long time for them to decide, okay, we're going to add her name and many other female scientist names.
Yeah.
그래요. 그래서 이제 에펠탑 운영공사는 늦어도 2027년까지 금빛 문자로 이제 여성 과학자들의 이름을 새겨 넣을 거라고
Golden
발표했습니다.
names.
네. 자, 표현 볼게요. Something is set to be added.
Yeah. When something is set to be, it means that it's ready to be, or it's preparing to, or scheduled to do something. So not yet, but it's in the process of.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you're when you're to be added something, that means that you're ready to be joining the ranks of or contributing and enhancing quality to something.
준비한다는 뜻으로 set. set to do something은 그래서 뭐뭐 할 예정이다 라는 표현이죠. set to be added는 추가될 예정이다. exclusively 아까 우리 언급했는데요. 다시 한번 정리해 주세요.
Yeah, exclusively. When something's very exclusive, when you're talking about like an exclusive vacation, that means that it's very special.
Yeah.
But when something's exclusively something, it means that it's very restricted or limited to a person maybe, or a group, or an area that is concerned, or what you're talking about.
exclusive라는 거는요. 뭐뭐만 누구만 쓸 수 있다. 이런 이제 국한되는 것을 얘기해요. 그래서 exclusive membership 그러면은 회원들만 누리는 어떤 혜택이 있는 거겠죠. 자, 여기서는 currently on the Eiffel Tower there are 72 names of scientists and mathematicians, but they are exclusively male.
Yep.
남성의 이름만 있어요. 이런 뜻이 되겠습니다. But not anymore. Soon, there's going to be a lot of female scientist names there too.
An equal number.
An equal number, 맞습니다.
Yes.
지금까지 이제 72명의 과학자, 남성 과학자 있었으니까 앞으로 72명의 여성 과학자 이름도 추가가 됩니다. 뭐 수학자도 포함이 돼 있고요. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. The names of 72 female scientists, including Marie Curie, are set to be added to the first floor exterior wall of the Eiffel Tower in Paris, which until now has exclusively featured male scientists' names. Now let's move on to the final headline.
Rome has introduced a new €2 fee to get close to the Trevi Fountain by walking down the stone steps to its basin, alongside a €5 tourist ticket fee for some city museums, as part of the city's efforts to manage visitor congestion in the busy historic center.
이탈리아 로마시가 시내 관광객 혼잡 문제를 해결하기 위해 새로운 입장 요금제를 시행했습니다. 이에 따르면 트레비 분수를 가까이 보기 위해 바로 앞 계단을 통해 분수대 쪽으로 내려가려는 관광객은 2유로를 내야 하며 시내 일부 미술관도 관람객을 대상으로 5유로의 요금을 받습니다. So correct me if I'm wrong. If you want to go right by the Trevi Fountain to put some money in it,
Yep.
you have to pay money to go and throw in some more money.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a €2 access fee. And it's for visitors who want to step down to the basin of the Trevi Fountain. And it's been debated. I think Europe has been, they're kind of fed up with it's not just Rome. I think Venice. They're introducing a fee for tourists. London. So a lot of countries in Europe who have had problems with just too many tourists.
Yeah, over tourism.
Yeah, over tourism. So they're trying to, and there's also the problem with the upkeep. They have to, preserve these artifacts. For generations to come. So they've introduced this fee that aims to manage the crowds and, of course, fund the upkeep. And this charge, it applies mostly during the daytime and evening hours.
Right.
And Rome residents, of course, are exempted from the fee. Children under 6 and people with disabilities are also exempt from the fee. And access to the surrounding areas also remains free. So if you want to look at the Trevi Fountain from afar, you don't have to pay the fee. I don't know how they're going to actually manage this. And officials say that more than 10 million people visited the fountain in 2025, and the fee could raise about 6.5 million euros annually for conservation efforts. Reactions among tourists have been mixed, with some calling it reasonable and others arguing that historic sites should remain free. Rome's tourism chief defended the move as necessary amid soaring visitor numbers and similar fees introduced at other Italian landmarks. And I guess a lot of this might have stemmed from, those years during COVID where people were not allowed to travel.
Yeah.
And so we saw fewer numbers, and then just tourism boomed and we started seeing
Too many
bigger
people.
crowds.
Yeah, exactly. 그래요. 이탈리아 로마의 트레비 분수 너무나 유명하죠. 그 분수의 입장 요금제가 현지 시간 2일부터 시행이 됐습니다. 며칠 안 됐어요. 관광객이 몰리는 분수 인근까지 접근을 하려면은 2유로라는 일종의 이제 입장료 같은 거죠. 입장료라고 말하기에는 좀 그렇지만 어쨌든 이제 가까이 가기 위해서는 2유로, 우리 돈으로 한 3,400원 정도를 내야 됩니다. 물론 이걸 내기 싫다 그러면은 좀 멀리서는 볼 수 있어요. 뭐 보지 못하는 건 아닙니다만 가까이는 못 갑니다. 이제 모든 사람에게 해당되는 건 아니고 관광객에게 해당이 되는 거겠죠. 그래서 로마 시민, 로마 거주자는 이 돈을 내지 않아도 되고요. 그 다음에 6세 미만 어린이도 무료고 장애인과 동반자도 무료로 분수 앞까지 갈 수 있기는 합니다. So the people that I just mentioned there are exempt from the fee, but everyone else has to pay this extra fee to get close to the fountain.
But I do think that, in order to preserve these historical sites and artifacts, yeah,
You need to do something about it.
you do.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
true.
Or you need, people need to take better care of it.
자, 이뿐만 아니라 뭐 다른 박물관에서도 이런 이제 입장 요금제를 시행한다고 하는데요. 그때 쓰인 표현이 alongside입니다.
Yeah. So alongside, that means together with or along with. So it means at the same time or in coexistence with.
뭐뭐와 함께. And what's congestion?
Congestion, we talk about this when we're talking about traffic.
Yeah.
So there's the state of being very crowded with traffic or with people so that you can't move freely.
Also, when we talk about, feeling congested
Yes.
in terms of your health,
Yeah.
that's sort of like 속이 더부룩한
Yes.
느낌?
It could be your stomach, it could be your nose as well. When your nose
yeah.
is congested,
그러네요.
it's blocked up.
아, 배보다는 코, 배는 아닌가? Do you ever say you feel congested in terms
I
of
think
your,
you
your
can
stomach?
feel your congested here as well. Yeah, when you feel like your stomach's blocked up and you have indigestion. But
Okay.
you probably use indigestion a
그러네요.
little bit more. Yeah.
So congestion is more for your nose then.
Yes.
왜냐하면 congestion이란 단어는 막혔다는 뜻이에요. 그렇기 때문에 코가 막혔을 때, 요럴 때 더 많이 쓰겠네요. 속이 더부룩할 때는 I feel congested 보다는
Indigestion.
indigestion.
Yeah.
이제 소화가 안 돼. 이런 표현을 좀 더 많이 쓸 것 같고. 자, visitor congestion 그러면은 방문객이 너무 많이 있어서 이제 그냥 거리가 이 지역이 꽉 막힌 느낌. 또 우리 대표적으로는 congestion은 교통,
Yes.
차가 꽉꽉 막혔을 때 도로교통 얘기하면서도 congestion 많이 언급하죠. 다시 읽어보겠습니다. Rome has introduced a new €2 fee to get close to the Trevi Fountain by walking down the stone steps to its basin, alongside a €5 tourist fee or tourist ticket fee for some city museums as part of the city's efforts to manage visitor congestion in the busy historic centre. All right, well, that's it for the headlines.